Okay, welcome to the squat series video. This will be a very short one. The squat can be a very hard position for a lot of people to enter. Everyone has a different squat. There's a few principles that I try to teach for people to monitor as they go into their squat position. This is one that you can do safely with a wall as a sort of control to help you from falling. So use it to catch you, or a box or a chair, something else if you're not too experienced with getting back into a squat position low to the floor. So what we're going to do is I'm going to stand over here, just adjust my camera a bit. So you can do this against any wall, and this is to eventually get into a squat position. So like we did from the seated series, we've got the box to sit down. We go to different heights, eventually we get lower and lower. Knees tracking out over the middle toe. This is what we can be mindful of while we're doing this. So, first thing is, we're going to stand with our feet shoulder width apart, maybe slightly higher. I've got my toes tracking out just a little bit to an almost 45-degree angle. I'm going to use the wall here as a guide, just to help me control myself and pull myself back up. So from this position here, we're going to squat. I want you to think about your belly button pulled in and your glute muscles turned on. So we're getting this nice stabilization of the pelvis, so we're not kinking this way or this way as we drop down. Focus on something that's at eye level, and as you drop down, that eye level position will move straight down and then straight up. So we're not tilting the neck and upper body. We want it to be as erect as possible. Holding this fence here or your wall, basically we're going to squat down with our knees tracking out over the toes. We're just going to go to here. So my eyes straight ahead here, knees track out over the middle toe, looking straight ahead. Nice and easy. So you can do as many reps of these as you feel comfortable with. And you're basically looking to explore a little more depth with each squat. If this position is getting hard and you're finding it too difficult to bend the knees over the toes, just go a little bit wider. So even into this sumo squat position, and we can start exploring the deep squat here. Okay, again, I can use the wall for stability. As you get better with flexibility, so the hamstrings, the glute muscles start lengthening. We're getting this length in this area of muscles here. We should technically be getting lower. You may find that the body tilts forward because of flexibility in the hip flexors. We're not open enough. We can do little stretches here with one leg behind, a lunge position, and I can drop down into this position here, leaning back, and that will give me a little more openness with the hip flexor muscles. Doing this stretch here, and then rechecking to see if my upper body can stay open, stay nice and upright in that squat. So sumo squat here, keeping my chest up, looking straight ahead. In time we can get deeper with that sumo squat. Knees tracking out still over the middle toes, and then we can slowly move in and try and start achieving the same thing. Again, we can do that with the wall for support. So that's a great way to work into a deep squat. Eventually we want to be sitting down comfortably, flat-footed in this position. That's our goal. From here we're going to get down into the floor. We're going to do the lunge position from here. So from this side here, I've got my hand on the wall for support again. We're going to do that little step back we did before. I'm going to track my front knee over the middle toe, and I'm going to drop my rear knee to the floor. Again, some padding, a folded towel would be great for this. We're going to drop down to the knee, nice and easy. From here, we're going to drop the other leg back, so we're in a kneeling position. From here, I can let go of the fence, come down to all fours. Basically from this position, I can put my foot on the ground and sit down. I can go back into that kneeling position, pushing off the hand. Now I'm kneeling. I bring that front leg through, standing up. grab the wall. I'm going to center my weight forward over this knee, with this knee tracking over the middle toe, and push. I can use my hand to get my upper body up, drive off that front leg, back into the lunge position, and now we're standing. Let's move the camera back so you can get a better look. Let's go through that again. Let's try the other side. So we go into a lunge position, hand on the wall for support, standing back. So I've got my feet evenly taking the weight. I'm going to shift my weight forward into this front leg and slightly get a bend in here with the knee tracking over the middle toe, dropping the rear leg to the floor, onto a towel, something soft so we're not banging the knee. From here I'm going to take the other knee back, so I'm in a kneeling position. Hands come to the floor. And now I'm in this position here. I'm going to put my right foot flat on the ground, and then I'm just going to sit down on that left butt cheek into this position here. Put the hands back on the floor, take the weight onto my hands, back into that kneeling position. From here I'm going to get my outside leg back to flat-footed, hand on the knee, pushing off the knee. I'm going to take the wall. From here, we're going to drive our weight off this front knee. The knee stays tracked over that middle toe. Drive off that front leg, push off the knee with the hand. We're back into that lunge position, and then we come to standing. So let's go again with a little more speed. Going to turn to the other side, stepping back. I drop the rear knee, using my support hand here to keep me balanced. Drop the knee. Take the front leg back to a kneeling position. Take one hand to the floor, other hand to the floor. Let's take the left foot flat on the floor, take the weight here in the shoulder with the right hand, drop to the right butt cheek. Let's push off that hand again, take the right knee back, bring the left knee back to kneeling, grab the wall, bring the foot through, driving off the front leg, pushing off the front knee. I come back to my lunge position. Then I'm standing. So you can play with that and start adding speed, and then eventually start moving away from the wall. Away from the wall would look like this. Stepping back with the knee. If I want to, I can use arms for balance. Knee, front knee, mindful tracking over the middle toe. Drop that knee. From here, hands to the floor. Kneeling position. Take that foot flat-footed, sit down. Come back to that kneeling position. Bring the front leg through. Pushing off the knee, up, balance, find balance in your lunge position, come forward. So I'm going to try that now with my other knee as the lead knee. This is my arthritis knee. I take it back. Knee tracks over that middle toe, arms out for balance. Dropping the rear knee to the floor. Good, hands come down for support. Knee goes down. I'm now going to take my right leg, put it flat on the floor, take my weight on my left shoulder with a straight left arm, sit my left butt cheek to the floor, pushing off the floor. I put that knee down, I then go back to kneeling. From here we get one flat foot. This flat foot knee, I'm going to drive off with my hands. I've got my toes tucked under. It's not flat on the floor, toes are tucked down. And I drive off that knee, back to lunge position, balancing here, come back to standing. All right, let's go for a bit of a flow here. Stepping back, dropping the knee. Hands to the ground, both knees for support, putting a foot down, sitting down on the butt cheek. Coming back up, one knee on the floor, two knees on the floor, leg out the front, hands on the knees, upright, tuck your toes under, so I've got my toes ready to go, ball of the foot ready to go to take weight. Drive off this leg in a long lunge position, stepping through. Awesome, well done. So you're now getting up and down off the ground. Eventually, we're going to use no hands.